Section 7, the Neo-Babylonian Empire. After the fall of Nineveh, the Babylonians once again took control of Mesopotamia, establishing a new empire called the Neo-Babylonian Empire. Neo means new. The new empire's most famous king was Nebuchadnezzar. A ruthless military leader, he reigned from 605 to 561 BCE. Nebuchadnezzar expanded his empire whenever possible. He drove the Egyptians out of Syria and also conquered part of Canaan, which is present-day Israel, the home of the Israelites or Jews. When the Israelites rebelled, he took most of them captive and brought them to Babylonia. Many of them were never able to return to their homeland. As a military leader, Nebuchadnezzar knew that it was essential to keep the capital city of Babylon safe. So he had inner and outer walls built around it. These walls were so thick that the two chariots could pass each other on top of them. Towers for archers to stand on were placed on the walls. Finally, a moat was dug around the outer wall and filled with water. During peacetime, people used bridges to cross the moat and enter the city. In times of war, the bridges were dismantled. Section 8, Life in the Neo-Babylonian Empire. Nebuchadnezzar worked so hard to restore the splendor that Babylon had enjoyed under Hammurabi. From 605 to 562 BCE, he rebuilt the city Ziggurat, a huge structure that was several stories high. The Babylonians referred to it as the house of the platform of heaven and earth. Nebuchadnezzar decorated his place with lush gardens planted on rooftops and tall terraces so that greenery would cascade down the walls. A watering system kept the plantings fresh and green. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon became famous, and this human-made display is considered one of the great wonders of the ancient world. The Babylonians were also skilled in mathematics and astronomy. They created the first sundial, a device that uses the sun to tell the time. They made discoveries that many believe led to our modern system of a 60-minute hour and a 7-day week. The Neo-Babylonian Empire lasted only 75 years. In 739 BCE, a new conqueror from the Persian Empire named Cyrus swept into Babylon from the east. The Persians came from present-day Iran. For about 200 years, they ruled the most powerful empire in the world until a man named Alexander the Great conquered the Persians. And here's a picture of would be the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. So you also need this for the lesson summary. You're going to want to read the Akkadian Empire. Review this. I'm going to have you read this on your own. The Babylonian Empire, the Assyrian Empire, and the Neo-Babylonian Empire. And if you keep on scrolling down, we'll talk about this when I'm back. What is justice? This is worthwhile reading, a view from the Code of Hammurabi. And here are some of his codes of law that we will be talking about when I'm back too. But definitely interesting if you would like to read those on your own.